Hello everybody and welcome to Ian's Bricks. So as you know, I buy a lot of Lego and for investment, and I sort of keep it for a while, and the idea is I sell these on later on in a year or two's time for shows and things like that. I know a lot of other people do buy Lego for investment. This video is basically an update that has happened fairly recently with Lego. They've actually changed quite a few of their Lego retirement dates, so there was a lot of sets that were on the list for retiring at the end of 2024 which have now been moved to 2025. There are also a couple of sets as well that were going to retire next year but are now apparently on the retirement list for 2024. But obviously the main thing is that a lot of the sets that are now retiring next year are mostly Star Wars. There were quite a few other themes as well, but the main culprit, or the main theme to suffer, is actually the Star Wars theme, which of course is a very, very popular theme, and it's a set that a lot of people that a lot of people buy sets for, either for themselves to build or for investment. So even if you're not a Lego investor, you might be looking at maybe buying these sets in the future. If that is the case, that's good for you because you get actually longer to buy it now. But as I say, for a lot of investors this is sort of fairly bad news really. I've invested a few of these sets that are on this list already. Some of them I haven't, so I've managed to escape without buying too many sets. But here is basically the list, and this is all information that I've gained from Brick Fanatics. If you check out their website, I'll leave a link in the description below. They do normally update this list once a month, but they also have sort of an ongoing list where they list all of the sets from all of the themes, whether they're retiring in 24, 25, 26 or even 27. So I'll leave a link to that particular link to that website in the description. So these are the sets that are now not going to be retiring at the end of 2024. So we have 75304, which is the Darth Vader helmet, 75333, Obi-Wan's Jedi Starfighter. That's an interesting one because that was on last year's retirement list and they extended it, and they've extended it again, so it's obviously a very popular set. Also retiring in 2025 now is 75345, the 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack. I have bought quite a lot of these sets, but I am actually luckily been getting them at a very, very good price. They're normally £18 in the UK, and I've been picking these up 2 for £20 or slightly less than that, so it's not the end of the world for that for me. Also retiring in 2025 now is 75347, the TIE Bomber, and also 75354, the Coruscant Guard Ship. That is another larger set actually that's retiring now in 2025 and not in 2024 as it was originally advertised. Also retiring in 2025, 75356, the Executor Super Star Destroyer, and finally from Star Wars 75357, the Ghost and Phantom 2. That also will not be retiring. One thing I will say about this list is it is still subject to change, so you might find that later on in the year that maybe some of these sets go back on the 2024 retirement list. They may stay in 2025, they may even be extended to 2026. So this is not a final sort of list, but as things stand at the moment, sort of in May and sort of June time, these are the sets that will be retiring next year now and not in 2024. There are still quite a few sets on the retirement list for Star Wars for 2024, but there's quite a lot of sets. I mean, there's what, 2, 4, 6, 7 sets there which were all going to be retiring this year and are now not retiring. And as I say, I know a lot of people have been buying quite a few of those sets. I think for me, I bought a few here and there, but I haven't really gone all in a couple of those themes, so I'm actually quite pleased that I haven't. But it's just one of those things. This is one of the pitfalls of Lego investing, is these dates can change. One other set from another theme that I think a lot of people have invested in so far, I haven't personally, is from Speed Champions. And this is set 76917. This is the Too Fast Too Furious Nissan Skyline set. This is a set that I think is just very, very popular, and I think Lego have probably realised that it will remain on shelves at least for another year, at least till 2025. It was on the 2024 list, but it's been moved back. I always did think maybe this would move, which is why I literally bought none of these at all. So if you have, that's a little bit of bad luck, but yeah, I kind of saw that one coming a little bit with Lego, so I hadn't bought any of those up to now. there is some good news as well. So there are a couple of sets that will be retiring this year and not in 2025. And again, this is only information that we've got so far. This may change again, so this isn't a sort of a final definite that these will definitely be retiring this year. But you've got 21336, which is the Ideas The Office, and also we've got 10314, the Dried Flower Centerpiece. I think probably The Office of those two is probably a more popular set. The Office in the UK, I'm never quite sure how popular the TV show is, the American version in the UK. I personally don't watch it. I see clips of it coming up on YouTube and Facebook and things like that, but I know there's a lot of people even in the UK that do watching it. It's probably more popular here than I probably realise. Obviously it's going to be popular in the States and Canada and maybe other places as well. But yeah, so that's probably one to keep an eye out on. It has moved to an earlier retirement date. So retirement date. So if you did want to pick this up for yourself to build, now would probably be a good time about thinking about getting this set, because it's probably not going to be on shelves too much longer. But that's pretty much it. There were other changes as well. Do check the full list for all of the sets that are going to be retiring. There's a lot of newer sets which haven't even been released yet, which have got retirement dates for this year and next year. I've not included those because there were just too many, and they've not even been released yet. I was really just concentrating on the sets that had already been released prior to 2024 that were originally on the 2024 list and are now going to be on the 2025 list, or vice versa. So a lot of Star Wars sets, unfortunately, but at least there are a couple of sets like The Office and that dried flower set which are going to be retiring a little bit earlier. So if you have got those already, especially for investment, it might be an idea to pick up a few more of those. Keep an eye out on this list on Brick Fanatics. As I say, they do update it on a regular basis, at least once a month, normally at the start of each month, but it's always worth keeping an eye on that. If you are going to be buying some particular sets, certainly for investment, it's always worth checking upon these lists before you sort of go all in and buy loads and loads of these particular sets. That's pretty much it for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it's going to be helpful. Thank you very much for watching. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you then. Bye for now.